Welcome back again. Or if you're a new listener, this is episode 163 of My Third Place podcast here on My Third Place Network. And we are back with two more awesome breakdowns of our rewatch of Cobra Kai on Netflix. It's been an awesome 4th of July week.
Yeah.
The fireworks still going on outside. Yeah.
They are here.
So it's 4th of July is not a day, it's a week of fireworks. Great.
Pretty much. At least the weekend.
The weekend, us every 6 months, July 4th and New Year's Eve. Love it. I'm Evo, and joining me and back on the Cobra Kai rewatch is one of my favorite co-hosts, Brandy.
Hi.
Hi. How was your week besides the whole 4th?
That was great. It was great, actually. It was nice to have a break of not working all week and with the holiday. But yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I tried starting to watch Iron Eagle,
How was
and
that?
I couldn't. I love the concept. And then I saw some actors there, and I was like, "Oh, wait! I didn't know this person was in here. What's this person was in here?" Um, Friggin' what's his face? Lamar from Revenge of the Nerds.
No way.
He's in it, and
Really?
then I was like, the whole thing with me watching the episode 6, also what we're gonna break down, and in
Mm-hmm.
the background, Lamar was also a Cobra Kai student. And
What?
I'm like, shut up. When was this? And I just like looked at his IMDb and he's like right there in the background at the All Valley tournament on Karate Kid 1.
I did not know this.
So Lamar, not only is he a geek, is he a nerd? Revenge of the Nerds 1, 2, 3, 4, however many fucking movies there are of this fucking horrible ass movie franchise. But he's also a Cobra Kai and he's also an Iron Eagle. Also an Iron Eagle is the guy that plays Styles in Teen Wolf the movie. Uh,
I love Styles in Teen Wolf. You're talking about the first one, right?
yeah, the
The
first
the
one.
original Styles in Teen. Okay.
Yeah, not Stilinski, but Styles. Like, hey, the
Okay.
style, the
Okay.
fashionista, that
I
guy,
like them.
pretty
Yeah.
awesome guy. There were also other people in that movie, which we will get to later, because it works with the whole Cobra Kai thing later on.
Isn't it
But
crazy
yeah,
how that comes around? Things are
yes,
connected. Yeah.
and I'm like, why haven't I watched this movie yet? It has all these stars, and they're just like young kids. And it's like, oh, because they're older now, and it's like you just don't want to watch it. It's like, oh, like I don't really watch '80s movies up until this week, and it's because Iron Eagle. But then Netflix, what's his face, Beverly Hills Cop came back, so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna
Hmm.
go watch Beverly Hills Cop 1, 2, and 3, and I did that all week. Watched that. And I'm like, why didn't I watch these movies before? What was I doing? I was like, oh yeah, I'm a '90s kid. Like,
But
yeah,
I was a 90s kid too, but I also was an 80s. So I was 80s and 90s. So
yeah, like
I love the 80s, the cheesy 80s movies and 90s movies. So
and watching those, like realizing now, it's like, oh, they're cheesy.
they
Okay.
are so cheesy.
Uh, uh, yeah, that's how my week was. Of course, I did a wrestling episode a few nights ago with other homies. Menace, Becca, and Greg, our bestie Greg. So we hung out. We did an episode. It's posted. If y'all want to listen to that one, predictions on this week's Money in the Bank. This week is Money in the Bank episode, which I'm gonna air this episode tomorrow when the show is on. So yeah, pretty cool. Um, Other than that, it was a pretty awesome week. I loved it. Of course, 4th of July had to get my dog, um, settle down, chill for a while. I don't want her screaming or whining because of the fireworks. So that was that. All is good now.
That's good. My
Hmm.
cat is the same way. She hides with the fireworks. So,
And it doesn't help that it's a week long. So yeah, we have
wow.
like some little pets that need our attention for like a whole week. I mean, they need our attention every time, but still,
Extra,
the
extra.
extra attention
Hmm.
on July 4th weekend and New Year's Eve weekend.
And New Year's Eve. Yep, we have fireworks here on New Year's too.
Yep. So we are 2 weeks away from the season 6 premiere of Cobra Kai on Netflix.
Yes. I'm so
The
excited.
season 6, I am too. I can't wait. The season 6 trailer dropped earlier this week. We couldn't get to it, so we'll try to get to it later in the week. Last week we got confirmation that the new Karate Kid movie had wrapped,
Mhm.
so it's a good time to be a fan of Cobra Kai and Karate Kid, the Cobra Kai Karate Kid universe.
Hells yeah.
Oh yeah. So can't wait. um so if you heard any of the breakdowns be episodes in the past, or if you're new here, we are massive Karate Kid and Cobra Kai fans. So we decided we are going to rewatch the shows on Netflix and break down the episodes scene by scene and tell you what we thought about them. You are more than welcome to follow along and rewatch the show with us as some of our friends are doing and listening to the podcast as well. Shout out to all the friends that are doing it. There will be spoilers, and at times we do tend to add in trivia or ask the question for you to ponder over. It's what we do here. If you want to go back and listen to the past episodes about Cobra Kai and what we thought about them, I suggest you go back and listen to episode 154 and then continue on from there. Episode 5, uh, called All In, written by creators of the show and directed by Josh Heald. Hypnosis, Daniel struggles to help a new student learn. Miguel makes a new connection while Johnny tries to repair a relationship. Tensions between the two dojos build to a breaking point. Now, was our theory about episode 5 correct?
You know, I think it was. I think it was because it probably wasn't as good as the first season, like the build up or the, what would you call it? The climax on
It
the
was.
first season, but the second season, I didn't think it was as good, to be honest, as the first season.
Yeah,
But it is good. And yes, I was right. Or were you right? We both were right.
we
Episode
both
five.
were right.
Okay,
So
I'll give that to you then, I guess.
like we
You
gotta
can be
check
right
out
too.
season 3 of episode 5 of season 3
I
and see how
know.
it goes from
I
there.
don't I don't remember anything like from season 3, 4, or 5. Like I don't remember anything. So I'm excited to get there and see what's going on.
All right. Cold open. The episode begins with a flashback to Eli, pre-Cobra Kai, crying to his mother about being bullied. His mother calls the school, and the principal claims that she will make an announcement to the school about it. There's a callback to season 1, episode 3 of Cobra Kai, when they're in the cafeteria, and the teacher brings up to the students about cyberbullying, and the mom calling the school about her son being bullied because of his face deformity. Everyone points to Eli because, of course, his lip. Uh, Back in the house, Eli begins to cry and yells at his mom that the kids at school are going to be worse. He's never going to have any other friends besides Dimitri. He's never going to have a girlfriend, and he's never going to be anything other than the kid with the weird lip. He goes into his bedroom and cries on his bed. The scene flashes forward to the present day, where he is now going by Hawk and getting tattoo work done, and his mohawk dyed red. Um, Hawk gets up from the table and Moon comes up and notices the other tattoo on his chest, which is a half crescent moon with her name on it. She asks if he got that for her, and he says maybe. They kiss. Hawk orders the asshole twins to grab his bag, and Mitch reaches it before Chris can. They all walk away as the Cobra Kai logo changes 3 different colors: blue, purple, and then red. The reason for the 3 different colors are for Hawk's mohawk, which has been 3 different colors up to this point in season 2: blue, purple, and now red. Next scene at the Miyagi-Do, Dimitri, who is now a student, is complaining about painting the fence in the whole yard. He realizes that this will give him muscle memory and develop unconscious karate techniques, but wants Daniel to just cut to the chase and teach him the move. Just teach him the move. That's all. Then we wouldn't have a fucking
Dimitri is so annoying in this episode. I'm sorry, but he just bugged the hell out of me.
does. He does.
He complains about everything. I was like, are you kidding me? Like everything. Seriously. I forgot how much he complained. And I was like, come on.
Daniel hands him the brush and walks away. Next, we see Daniel shadow sparring and doing the blocking moves, but Dimitri tells him he's not exactly flexible, has trouble maintaining balance, and disappropriate limbs. Daniel stares blankly at him. Next, we see Dimitri painting the house side by side, but while Daniel guides him, Dimitri stops and asks if he could at least use a roller next time. Next is sand the floor. There's no way Dimitri could complain about this, right?
Sure.
After circling it a few times, he complains that he got a splinter on his finger.
But it was a big splinter. I mean, it was a big one.
Ow, ow. I got a splinter.
It's a big one.
Finally, we get to Daniel doing his meditation kata, but Dimitri complains that it's taking too long and says he has had to pee before they even started. And then we all do a collective sigh, along with Daniel, who looked like he's about to give up.
Mm-hmm.
Get ready to get upset. Not only do you hate Dimitri at this moment, okay, but Gianni the Senso, who plays Dimitri, knows Krav Maga. Which is a martial art form developed for the Israel Special Forces. It is derived from a combination of techniques used in Aikido, boxing, judo, karate, and wrestling. It is known for its focus on real-world situations. Dude knows karate, and he's complaining over here.
That's interesting.
I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I already know so. I don't want to do it. Oh, it's funny because because Dimitri's like the annoying one on the show.
Mm-hmm.
At the Cobra Kai dojo, Johnny and Kreese are sparring against each other by teaching a student move. Johnny tells Kreese that he's getting a little rusty. Kreese tries to punch, but Johnny blocks it and grabs his elbow, but Kreese gets him from behind with a neck wrench, sleeper hold type. Johnny tries to break out but Kreese digs in. Johnny goes for an elbow to his ribs, but Kreese knees Johnny on the ribs. The class is paying attention, and Johnny says there are two difficult choices. So what does anyone do? Johnny sweeps the leg and they both fall. He says you damn the consequences and power forward. Kreese says you may get hurt, but nobody wins by doing nothing. Johnny tells the class that you make a choice, you make a move, you go all in. Title of the episode. Wow. Next scene. We're in Johnny's office, both senseis drinking a beer and proud of the great class they had, and the students learned a lot from the lesson. Kreese says the most important student was absent, though, his son, Robbie, and it's not right that he's over there. Johnny says Robbie wants nothing to do with him. Kreese tells him that he teaches their lessons. He teaches these lessons, but he really doesn't take them to heart. Go all in. So, like, do what you've been telling the kids to do. Next
Listen
scene is
to
at
your
the
own
restaurant.
advice.
Yeah, listen to your own advice. Do what you've been telling these kids to do. Do it yourself also. Go all in. Next scene is at the restaurant where the Cobra Kai kids hang out. Moon is checking out Yasmin's Instagram profile and likes a picture of her at a swimming pool in France. Moon says that Yasmin has the same bikini as her. Or she might have stole it. Or Yasmin doesn't have any taste and just like steals everything from Moon. Yeah, I think Yasmin might have stolen that bikini. She'd be the type to do it. They're about the same size anyway, so. Aisha quips that she can stay in France. We don't want her ass over here. Tori grabs an ice from her water and throws it at Miguel, who's working on his computer, and asks what he's doing over there. Miguel says he's going all in as he's doing some type of Photoshop magic and cropping out a picture of Sam. Hawk walks over to Chris and Mitch to bully them and grabs Chris's last mozzarella stick. Mitch shows Hawk a Yelp review about Cobra Kai, and Hawk gets more so upset when he realizes it's Dimitri who posted under his D-Man 2002 account. D-Man writes, D-Man review reads, where to begin? This establishment doesn't warrant the name. How they are still in business, I have no idea. The dojo employs a very unprofessional sensei, like they just picked someone off the street. They did. He does not take into account the safety and personal boundaries of the students at all. Now, beyond that, the facility is in need of a major facelift. I almost expected to see cockroaches running past the entrance. It may look badass on the outside, but the dojo looks so much to be desired. And I just fucking hear him in my head saying all this.
Mm-hmm.
And
Me
that's
too.
how annoying. It's Dimitri's episode, basically. It's just Dimitri centric right here. And
Mm-hmm.
it started off as Eli, but, it's all about Dimitri at this point. At the Miyagi-Do, Robbie and Sam are still training on the floating platform on the pond. Robbie says that he doesn't know if they'll ever use this technique in a fight, but they're ever forced in a dance battle, they're set.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
but
love that.
wasn't he in a dance battle and he's all that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
pretty sure he was in a dance battle and he's all that.
And I may have to watch that again this weekend.
Right? Or maybe
Or
it was
or Iron Eagle, one of them.
I gotta watch Iron Eagle. Dimitri walks over to Daniel and hands him a note from his mom excusing Dimitri from any extensive arm or leg movement. So if there's any alternative lesson they could do for him, it could work. This isn't gym. This isn't gym. This is like outside work stuff. Gym's like I can understand the excuse, like, yeah, I can't do all this stuff. Sorry. Here's an excuse from my mom. Like what? No wonder you
But
get
again,
bullied.
it just brings back to the, being outside in the fresh air, as our bestie Mike would say.
Yeah, but I can pretty sure assume that Dimitri has a problem with that too.
Not in a stuffy gym. You're outside. You're enjoying the nature.
What if it rains? Oh my god.
Then you can go inside. But wait a minute. What if it's raining if you get into a fight? You're just going to be like, I need an umbrella. We can't fight anymore. Come on.
Uh, um,
You have to
rain.
learn. You have to learn in all situations, all weather situations.
What was that thing called? A rain check on this fight?
Wow.
Can we get a rain check on this fight because it's raining?
Yeah.
Dimitri would totally pull that off. Uh, Daniel figured it's time to ask, so he asked Dimitri to show him sand the floor movement. They get in fight position. Daniel kicks Dimitri in his leg, but he doesn't block it. Daniel tells him that this was the muscle memory that Dimitri complains of that he doesn't have. This is the muscle memory that he was supposed to do, but Dimitri complains that he doesn't have any muscles. Daniel asks if he wants to be there, and Dimitri says, not really, but my whole life I've been, let's just say, less than popular. But at least I had a few friends. And then Cobra Kai comes to town. The next thing I know, my friends are taking karate and becoming alpha jerks. I'm literally being threatened by my best friend. I just wanted to show I could fight back.
Okay. So just right there. Like I said, he was so annoying and whiny in this episode, but that pulled at my heartstrings when he said that. I felt
Like,
for
all
him.
right.
Like
Yeah,
I
but he's
like
still like, can I not learn this?
he's still annoying, but like that right there. I mean, like you said, at least I had a few friends. He now has no friends. Like, and his best friend is threatening him. I mean,
Yeah.
that's sad. I felt for him there. I really did. And you're laughing about that, really?
I understand. I get it.
But come on, seriously. Did you not feel bad for the guy?
I was
Regardless of
him.
his
It was him. All my friends
annoying,
were doing karate, and then I go like try to do karate, but they're threatening me. It's like, no, dude, go over there. Like what? Okay, fine. Do karate in my own time.
hmm,
Um, Daniel tells Dimitri he understands what he's going through, but Miyagi though isn't about showing off. It's about self-defense. Dimitri responds back with the problem that being that his self is too weak. Yeah,
Back to the annoying.
yeah. Overbearing. I'm too weak. I can't do this. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. I don't want to stand on the floor. I don't want to do all this. I don't want to do that work that it comes with. I just want you to tell me to move so I can do the moves and then try to flail. It's like, if somebody comes at me, at least I can say, like, hey, I, like, flailed my arms and I hit him. And then I can say, like, see, I defended myself. I did it. Yay.
Yay.
But no, he doesn't want to learn anything. He just wants to, like, be where the crowd is at. And Robbie and Samantha are there, so he's just gonna hang out with them for a
I
bit.
think he just wants to, he just wants to be part of something. He
Oh
just wants
yeah,
to be part of something. He needs a friend.
he does.
Yes.
Next scene is at Robbie's old apartment. Johnny shows up with a skateboard, but finds out there's an eviction notice on the door. An old lady comes out of the apartment across from him, and he asks her in Spanish if she speaks English. Perfect form too. Like, starting season one, he didn't. He just like, what did he just say? Now he's all like, "Habla inglés." Like, I wonder who's teaching him Spanish these days. Miguel or Carmen?
Or both.
Oh, or Yaya.
Or yeah, or I was gonna say yeah.
Yaya. Like, let's give him what the fucking eye. Oh. Next scene is at the mall at the food court. Oh, we love this. We love this. This is it. This is your. This is what you all came to hear, right? Yeah. The
Yes,
the
this
best
is
part.
it. This is the part.
This is the best part of the show. Sam
Mhm.
is laughing while checking out Robert's driver's license, which is a picture of him in a man bun and reads his full name being Robert Swayze Keene. It reveals that his mom was a huge Patrick Swayze fan and mansplains that he was a huge actor in the 80s. Sam says she's been seen Dirty Dancing hundreds of times. So does that mean that um that one movie with Ralph Macho and Patrick Swayze,
Which one?
The Outsiders,
Oh,
does she does
yeah, they
she
were.
recognize
Yeah.
does she recognizes her dad in that movie? Like, hey, that looks just like you, Dad. I'm like, Patrick Swayze is a really good looking man. No, that other guy. I was like, oh, that guy. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Sure, why not? Yeah, but you know, like, they were in The Outsiders, and Ralph Macho is an executive producer of the show, so why not put his reference name in there? He was a pretty part of the '80s as well.
yes, this is true.
Sam says she's seen Dirty Dancing 100 times. Robbie says his mom made him watch it all the time.
Hmm.
Wasn't this movie rated R? Or were we not supposed
Wait,
to?
Dirty Dancing was not rated R. It was PG-13, I believe.
Really?
Pretty sure.
Watermelon and everything? Okay. Anyway, just thinking back at the watermelon scene, that's all.
What, that she
Like,
carried a watermelon?
you're gonna let their daughter watch this movie? Really? The first part of the movie? Okay.
Do we need to watch
You can
this
let
movie
your
too again?
No, I'm good. Like, there's so many times I have to hear "Don't you dare put baby in the corner," whatever. However, it says
Don't put baby in the corner. Yeah. Mhm. I'm pretty sure it's
give me
PG-13 though. I'm pretty sure. I think. I want to know
fine.
now. I don't
I
know.
want
I'll find out after we're done here.
Oh my God, 1987.
Yeah,
Rated
but
PG-13.
See,
I mean,
okay, so I was right.
in the 80s is rated PG-13 for 80s era.
I
Like
was just gonna say,
now,
I was just gonna say that. I was gonna say 80s PG-13 and now PG-13. Yeah.
two completely different things.
Yes.
Same with Ghost.
Yes.
PG-13 also. How are you gonna call that
Yeah.
PG-13 when there's that scene in there?
Yep.
Ghosting.
There's several scenes in there. Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, actually on both of those. I am surprised that they were PG-13.
Exactly. So like PG-13 in the 80s is different. Even 90s, okay. Even in the 90s, they're all different from now.
Oh yeah, 90s too. Yeah, absolutely.
uh, Dimitri interferes and says he is partial to his performance in Donnie Darko, but time travel logic left a lot to be desired. I didn't understand that movie at all.
I didn't
So
either. I'm glad I'm not the only one because
I
I was so utterly confused with that movie. And I've tried several times and I still don't understand it.
okay. I'm good. I'm glad you said something. I'm not watching it.
Well, I'm glad you said that because I thought I was the only one that did not understand that movie.
And if you understood that movie, let me know.
Yes,
Whatever. He
I want
realizes
to
it's
know.
Wednesday. He realizes it's Wednesday. Best day of the week for the geeks. As it is now new comic book day. He leaves to get the new issue of Dungeon Lord. At the restaurant at the other side of town, Miguel is still on a laptop while Tori shows up to give him a tray with leftovers of the brownie sundae, which is just melted ice cream, since she's eaten the brownie, the whipped cream, and most of the hot fudge. She tells him the melted ice cream is the best part. Miguel
But is
laughs
it?
and she says, "Eh, no, not
No,
really.
no.
No, like, I'm not eating this whole leftover thing. What do you want me to do? Slurp it off the fucking tray? That's nasty. Have you seen where the tray's been? I used to work at a restaurant. Come on."
Oh,
Not doing this. Miguel laughs and she sits right across from him asking what he's doing. He asks her for her opinion on a video that he just made, which is a video of him and Sam inside a heart with the Listen to Your Heart song by Roxette in the background. 80s song. He must be hanging out with Johnny too much. There's no way he knows this song.
of course he got it from Johnny. Johnny is all about the 80s. I
And
mean,
he's
come
all
on.
like, listen to the beat of badass tracks. Like, ooh, what about a song about heartbreak, heartache and stuff? Oh, there's Roxette. Listen to your heart. The heart breaks, but an octopus helps mend the broken heart, which Miguel tells Tori that it's their mascot, the octopi. Octopus? Octopi.
Is it octopi?
Octopi.
Is it?
Uh, Tori at first was interested in what was on the screen, but then gets disgusted when she sees Sam as the object of Miguel's affection. Oh, oh, God. Like,
Of
who's this
course.
girl? I want to be in love with you, and then like, oh, it's her. Well, damn, come on, let me show you a great time. uh, Tori says Miguel should delete that, put it in the trash, empty the bin, and have the laptop cremated. She says it makes him look desperate, and girls aren't into desperate guys. He has to act like he's totally over her, like he doesn't care. Then she'll want him back. Have a little fun, and she just knows, and she knows just the place. And we don't even see them at all until the end of the fucking episode.
I
Like, what?
know.
Where did they go? So it's like until the end.
Exactly. Like, what the hell?
So y'all just been spending the entire day here. Um, Next scene, Johnny shows up at the LaRusso Auto, claims that he's been to three other dealerships and wants to know where Robbie is. Anush tells him he has better things to do than get involved in their karate soap opera. Johnny attacks him and throws him on the hood of a car and asks for Robbie, but Anush tells him that this is the real world. He can't just be throwing people around at a place of business, and reveals that Robbie moved in with Daniel. Johnny is distraught by this and walks away from the dealership. Um, See if what's his face was still working there, Louis, we wouldn't have this problem. Louis would be like on that, like, hey, don't be attacking Anu. She's family now, you know? Oh, hit you just like we were in Jersey. Let's go.
I knew you were going to reference Jersey.
Oh, there's another reference to Jersey here. Hold on, give me a minute. Hold on. Um,
Oh,
Back at the mall in the comic book store, Dimitri's checking out the Dungeon Lord book and complains about the book not having continuity because a dead character came back. He complains about books
of course
too.
he's complaining about a comic book. Of course.
He's probably gonna Yelp this as well. Dungeon Lord was
He,
taking a was going great, and then this character that was dead in book two decided to come back for book five, and like, oh my god, yeah, the outrage of that
the
when
outrage.
a character comes back from the dead. It's
Is there
like we
anything he
actually,
doesn't complain about in this episode?
um, we'll have to wait and see, or in or on the whole series, on the whole show. The camera angle in this scene is like he's looking up, it's looking up at him at Dimitri, and like from here on out, from episode five to the rest of the entire season, camera angles are amazing. Like I don't know what they did, but whoever like did camera angles on this show around episode 5 through 10 and so on, you need a raise. Like, whoa. And this is the
Oh,
best
yeah,
part.
yeah.
This is the best
Yeah.
part around right here. The camera angle on this scene where it's looking up at Dimitri and his reaction to the book.
Mhm.
And then in the background with an homage to Jaws by having Hawk's red mohawk pass by on the screen first. You don't see anybody else. You just see like like a red mohawk jumping up and down, and then like you see him like go into the corner and see Hawk's face. Like, oh shit, we see it. um, that is the best part right there for me because I was just like, that is amazing. That is a great camera angle. Good choice, whoever did that. Of course, every like whoever did that from here on out, and then the camera angles later on in the rest of the season. Amazing, amazing work. I salute you. Um, Dimitri compliments Hawk on the color of choice for the tip of his mohawk and asks if his Red Hulk phase. Of course, Red Hulk was big at the time. 2018? No, it was around before that, but it was coming up. Like everybody was just like, oh shit, Red Hulk face, whatever. Behind Hawk is Chris and Mitch who are ready to throw down. Hawk asks Dimitri to take down the Yelp review. Dimitri says he has a journalistic integrity and someone had to say something, but taking it down would hurt his Yelp elite status.
Oh, Dimitri.
It's like, no, I feel that because we all have our elite status on every app now, right?
Like,
I
I swear to
understand.
God, though, I just like want to slap that kid, but I want to hug him at the same time. Like,
Like
seriously.
you, you dumb kid.
Like,
Bam.
I
Like,
want to
come
buy
here.
him an ice cream cone or something. That poor kid, but then I just want to slap him because he's, yeah.
Um, Hawk pushes Dimitri into a comic book stand and knocks them down. Dimitri tells Hawk he's not afraid of him. He knows who Eli really is and orders for Bebop and Rocksteady to leave him alone.
Oh,
Teenage
but
Mutant Ninja Turtles reference.
his face, though, when he says that, Eli's face when he says that got me. Like, that,
Only he
that,
can make fun of. Oh, because he's like, why didn't I think of that?
no, when he says, I know who you really are, Eli. Like,
Yeah.
Eli's face was like, yeah,
How dare you call me by that name, by that dead name?
like,
I'm
yeah.
no longer a nerd. Eli was my nerd name. I am Hawk. Uh, Dimitri turns around to walk away, but two more Cobra Kai students are waiting. Orange shirt students played by Karen Markels and white long shirt students played by Alden Karanovich. Like, just okay, random. Dimitri turns to Hawk and tells him this is what's come to gang assault. Hawk tells Dimitri one more time to take down the Yelp review or they will take him down. I mean, Hawk can do it by himself. Why doesn't he need everybody else? Basically, right?
But he doesn't.
This is what upsetting to me. Like, he has three other. He has Mitch and Chris back there. Him by himself can take him down. And then you have the other two coming in like, oh, you're surrounding me. Like,
I know. How,
what?
like, that is like, it's just wrong. It's wrong. I'm so disappointed in Hawk here. Like, seriously.
Dimitri asks Hawk if he would actually hurt him. Hawk just stares at him. He doesn't say no. He doesn't say yes. He just tells him, just take down the review and we'll leave you alone. That's all you had to do. Just take down the review. But Dimitri's like, nah.
He stood his ground. Good for Dimitri. He deserves that ice cream cone now.
Dimitri then reveals to Hawk that he knows karate also because he's been training at Miyagi-Do.
for a day.
For a day. It's like, look, I know karate.
I know
now,
karate
okay?
after a day.
I'll be training there for a day. Yep. All right, let me get into the stance. No, that's not the right stance. Hold on. Let me switch my leg.
That made me laugh too. I was like, what is he doing?
He flipped the stance. It's like, oh, wait, that's not how you stand. Hold on, here. And Hawk just stands there looking at him like, what the hell are you doing, dude? Like, annoyed. Just like, all right, you know what? Let's get this over with. He kicks Dimitri in the gut and sweeps him off his leg, falling down. The manager of the store finally asks what is going on back there. Like, doesn't ask about, hey, who like bumped into comic books. No, so he heard somebody on the floor. I was like, hey, what's going on over there? It gives Dimitri time to get up and run away. I was like, 5 of you guys standing there and you guys couldn't like okay, whatever. Hawk and the rest of the Cobra Kai students run after Dimitri except for Chris, who hangs back for a bit. Did you notice the song playing in the background?
Sure did. I was going to say something.
No Shelter by Broken Edge.
Karate, it went back to the scene in Karate Kid. Same.
Callback. Yeah, callback to Karate Kid when Danny was being chased by Johnny and the Cobra Kai students at the Halloween dance.
Yep.
Oh, love that. I was like, hey, I know this. We're doing this again? All right, let's go.
I love that they did that. I really do. I like how they put that in there like that.
Yes, it was so like nostalgic. Dimitri runs out of the comic book store as well as the other Cobra Kai students running after him, passing by the mall security who was on his break and eating. Don't mess with him while he's on break. Leave him alone.
Yeah. Let's not help the kid that's getting chased by 5 guys. Running for his life because you're on lunch. Wow.
Let him enjoy his lunch. He has a big sandwich in there. Just, let him be a sick. Same with mall Santas. Don't mess with them while they're on lunch.
Oh my god.
Dimitri runs into a few people and finally into a Ray-Ban's glasses stand, which knocks it down. The rest of the Cobra Kai students get there as well, but they can't find him, so Chris tells them to leave them alone. Another callback to when Bobby tried to save Daniel from the beating. Hawk tells the rest of the students to fan out, going separate ways. Chris and Mitch go in the direction that Dimitri actually went, which is to follow where the glasses were dropped. And it made no sense to me. Why couldn't you all just go at the same time, like right there? But eventually they end up in the food court. But Robbie and Sammy are not there. Hawk and the rest of the students show up and surround Dimitri, grabbing him from behind. Hawk tells Dimitri this didn't need to happen if he stopped being a pussy and joined Cobra Kai. Dimitri says at least he's not an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Hawk tells him he's dead meat, and Sam comes in kicking one of them away. Hawk tells her he doesn't want to hit a girl. Robbie says he doesn't have to. Again, camera angle. It's from the roof of the food court, looking down at them all in a circle.
I love that angle.
Yes.
Now that you pointed that out, yeah.
We got to go back and watch season 2, episode 5 and on because of the the
Angles.
camera angles and all the long shots that they've redone. Ooh, can't say about long shots yet. Not yet. The camera angle from the food court looking down at them in a circle. Sam on one side, Robbie on the other, and Dimitri in the middle, forming just like that floating platform they were training on. Sam and Robbie dispose of the Cobra Kai student, leaving Hawk to try and do a jumping punch on Robbie, but Robbie roundhouse kicks him and knocks him down. Sam gives Dimitri his box of chicken that they saved, and Dimitri says, "Thank you." Now, did he say thank you for the box of chicken or for saving his life?
Well, Sam says, I saved your chicken. I was so proud of that she saved the chicken. They saved the chicken. Yes, all that fighting, and they saved the chicken for him. That's a friend.
That's a friend. Yeah.
Oh, well, and the fact that they saved him from getting his ass kicked too, I suppose, and saved his chicken. So.
Yeah, for complaining, basically.
I do love the part though in that fight. I think just in that particular fight, my favorite is where they use Dimitri as a well, like he bends, he bends over and Sam like goes over him. I don't know. I really like that part. I think that's like probably to pinpoint the whole part of that. I like how they do that.
So that whole area right there just reminded me of season 1, episode 5. Also, at cafeteria here, they're doing on a food court. Same thing. They're using food as props. They're using the whole tables as the prop and all that stuff. So both happening during the food stuff, during lunch, and it was fun. I loved it. This is a favorite part of the show as well.
My favorite part as well.
Yes. At the LaRusso's. Yeah. Oh shit. What?
Oh no. Sorry. Go ahead.
As I missed the scene. Next scene, Johnny gets back home from Robbie's place that was evicted. But he gets home drunk. Carmen's on her way to do laundry when she notices Johnny staggering and talking to himself. She puts the clothes basket down and helps him inside her place. She's done this before, I want to say. Oh, honey, let me help you. Yeah, she's done this before. And she even mentions it about her past, that she's had a husband as well. So yeah. It's like, yeah, let me put this basket down. Let me help you in. Let's go. It was such a short theme, but we just like, oh, Carmen cares. That's so fucking beautiful right there. We love it. At the LaRusso's, Sam has explained to Daniel the Cobra Kai students were going to hurt Dimitri, so they had to protect him and fight. She asked if he's mad at them, but he said he's more proud of them because karate isn't just about self-defense. It's about protecting others. But just because they train to fight doesn't mean he wants to see them in a fight. I know you're going to be glad about this one. He tells Robbie he's glad he is part of the family now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, oh, and Robbie feels proud that he just heard that, right?
Right.
And that's what you said that he wanted.
Yes. Exactly. He just wants to be part of a family. He never really had that. I mean, yeah, he does, but he has the absentee asshole dad and the whatever she is for a mom. So, yeah.
She is for a mom. That's true. And here he's just like, thank you, sir. Thank you for telling me that I'm part of a family now. And like, not only a work family, because he's all like, yeah, I'm part of a work family. All right. It's like, I want to be a part of it. He has an actual family. Like, but just, don't kiss Sam. Just be cool. You don't want to disrespect that family.
Well, that would be weird because now he's technically part of the family. So
exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
They're like brother and sister now.
Okay. Daniel goes over to Dimitri, who's sitting by himself contemplating over what happened. He has an ice pack on his fist. Thumping. Did he get hurt? Like what? Did he get...
Well, I mean, probably. I mean, he was hurt with the splinter when he was sanding the floor. So, I mean, Why wouldn't he be hurt in the whole mall fight scene there? Probably when they used him
Yeah.
to jump over him or something. Maybe he like stubbed his toe.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Daniel
wait,
tells him
no,
to
he did get hurt. His best friend, remember,
push.
We-
Yeah,
uh,
pushed him.
it kicked him and swept his leg and yeah, knocked him down and shit. Yeah, so he did get
Okay,
hurt. He got hurt. So
so
yeah,
he is using the he is using the ice pack to ice his what his sternum, his stomach, his chest, something. He's holding that thing like
he,
for dear life.
he did. Yes, because he did get hurt, so he should have an ice pack. Yes.
Daniel goes over to Dimitri, who's sitting by himself contemplating over what happened. Daniel tells him not to be discouraged. Some people learn faster than others. Dimitri says he can't sand the floor. He can't wax on. He can barely wax off. Oh God. Even Daniel's all like, "What did you just say in my house, sir? What? What?" Like he's been giving Dimitri that look like, ugh. He resorts to Game of Thrones analogies, which Daniel surprisingly understands. If Robbie and Sam are Jon Snow and Daenerys Targaryen, that doesn't necessarily mean he has to be Sam Tarly. Daniel tells Dimitri that Sam did kill a White Walker. Dimitri is surprised that Daniel watches Game of Thrones. Daniel calls it back to Naughty by Nature. Where are they from? East Orange, New Jersey.
Of course.
Of course, with the song OPP lyrics says he's down with the GOT. Oh, cringe. Yeah, you know me. I'm like, such a dad thing to do. Of course. Like, yeah. And if that is how, and if that show has taught us anything, is that anyone could be a hero. Oh, if the show Game of Thrones has taught us anything, is that anyone could be the hero. He asked Dimitri to stand up and slowly, I don't want him getting hurt, slowly show him stand the floor. Like, slowly, I don't want you getting hurt. So he does it a few times.
I was so proud of Dimitri there. I love that scene. I love that
Oh,
scene.
yeah. Yes. Next scene, outside the Cobra Kai dojo, Moon is yelling at Hawk for beating up Dimitri over a Yelp review and asks what he was thinking. Dimitri says he joined Miyagi-Do. He's a traitor, basically. Moon tells him that that's his friend. What are you doing? Hawk yells that he's a nerd. Moon tells Hawk that she likes the mohawk and she likes his arms, but she's not dating a bully. She was just friends with one who refuses to do it again, basically. She doesn't want to get through in this, like, roped into this situation again. Like, I don't, please stop. She gets in her car and says they are done. Hawk takes off his shirt to point at the moon tattoo and says, "It means forever." Oh, we know that mistake, bud.
Mm-hmm.
Moon tells him she didn't ask him to do that and drives away. Oh. See? As
Good
soon
for
as he
Moon.
got that tattoo, I said, "Oh, they're gonna break up, aren't they?"
Yep. He never should have did
All
that.
right. Never tattoo your significant other
No.
uh, your on your body part. So he stands there, but we get this 1 minute long take where the camera follows Hawk going inside the dojo and towards the back to hit the moving punching bag and take his frustrations out on it. The camera follows the kicks around and is set on his face while we see Kreese appear in the background, checking on Hawk, asking if he got into a fight. Hawk continues to punch and says it was with Miyagi though, but they lost. Kreese says no, he didn't, and walks forward, telling him the fight is only over when he says he is. Hawk smirks and is ready for round two. And that is the person he looks up to. And this is where we lost Hawk right here.
Yeah. I don't like that scene. That just that. Yeah. No. Did not like that. That
No, of course
scene
not.
like just scared me, to be honest.
Anything with Chris you would be
It
like, why is
does.
he there?
I don't like him. I still don't like him.
Oh boy. Back at Miguel's place, Carmen gives Johnny a cup of coffee trying to figure out the feud between him and Daniel. Johnny says he's been a thorn on his side since high school. Carmen asks what happened in high school, to which we get a few scenes from the Karate Kid movie from Johnny's perspective at the beach. Daniel punches Johnny in the face, see?
Oh my gosh, this scene.
He forgot to mention that he pushed the fucking radio into him. And then the
Yeah,
All
but
Valley tournament.
what is it that you said before? Oh, he handed him the radio and Daniel tripped. Isn't that what she
Yeah,
said? Yeah.
and that's why he understands Dimitri because he's weak. So Daniel was weak, and he's all like, "Damn, this radio's too big. I must fall down."
Oh my god.
So that's why he understands Dimitri so much. Like, damn,
Patient with Dimitri? Okay.
like he is me when I was young,
Right. Right.
but I'm from Jersey, so.
So that makes a difference.
Um, and then they show the
Oh.
All Valley tournament, which he lost due to an illegal kick to the face. Johnny says he made his life miserable, and now he moved his son into his house. Carmen echoes what Miguel said a few episodes ago, that this man sounds like a real jerk.
Wow.
But she tells him that it's not worth a troll is going to take on him, so the only way to end a rivalry is for someone to rise above it and be the bigger man. Yeah. Um, so this is the first time that Carmen, like, oh shit, you have a son? Like, what? Unless Miguel told her, like, well, damn, all right. Next scene is late at night. Hey, Tori and Miguel.
There they are.
There they are. Tori has taken Miguel to the park to distract him and have fun. Miguel says he digs the abandoned playground vibes. It looks like an awesome place to fight off a zombie apocalypse. Tori and Miguel both lay down and watch a plane pass by. She says every night around this time is the last flight out of Burbank. She likes to look up at the sky. Miguel, who is still not over Sam, says that they went to the ice cream shop in Burbank, but Tori interrupts him saying he went an hour without mentioning her. Miguel apologizes and is still trying to figure out what Johnny meant by going all in and make a move. Tori says it means exactly what it sounds like, to make a move on her. They smooch. Touchdown! It worked! Yay! At the LaRusso house, Sam is sitting in front of her fireplace making s'mores. Robbie joins her and makes one himself but burns the marshmallow. They both blow the fire out and stare into each other's eyes. Robbie leans in for a kiss, but they're not there yet. He explains to Sam he's been in a bad situation for a long time, and finally something good is happening. He doesn't want to mess up. So Sam says she understands, and it gets awkward as they sit there looking at the fire. Oh no, no touchdown.
Because they're like brother and sister, and I want a s'more now.
Oh, with peanut butter cup.
I've never
That's
done
what
that. Is that good?
I don't know. Like we're gonna have to do some more, a Samore, Sam s'mores. It's 2 peanut butter cups on a marshmallow.
No, isn't it a peanut butter with the graham? Isn't it just a instead of a Hershey, it's a peanut butter cup in between the graham crackers and the marshmallow, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. So
So
graham
instead of
cracker.
graham cracker, the marshmallow, and then a melted Reese's, not a Hershey.
Yes.
Now I
Go
want
ahead and do
to.
that.
Yep,
And let me know how it is.
I'm gonna have to try that now.
Yep. Tell me how it tastes. Because I can't. I'm like so jealous of you to do it. All right. I'll try it and
Aw.
like I have to try it at least. Take a bite out of it
You
once.
have
And
to,
then, like,
yes, you can have small bite.
Small bite.
Yes, you can have a small bite.
Oh, God. Diabetes.
You can have a small bite, just a corner.
Just a corner.
I'll share a little piece with you.
Okay. Next scene, Hawk along with Mitch, Edwin, and Big Red vandalize Miyagi-Do. Hawk also paints graffiti on Miyagi's classic banana boat car. Ooh, deals his Medal of Honor. This in turn sends Daniel enraged, and he raises the Cobra Kai to confront Johnny directly, not knowing that Kreese, not Johnny, ordered the students to do it. While there, Daniel angrily reprimands Johnny for beating up Anush the day before. Daniel tells him he doesn't know what a sensei is. A sensei mentors, a sensei elevates. He doesn't teach destruction and disrespect. He yells that he doesn't earn a Medal of Honor by stealing it. The camera zooms in on Hawk, who feels bad. Immediately, Johnny does this whole look where he just stares over and like goes back to Daniel again. He knows who stole it because it's a Medal of Honor. It's war. So he knows that Kreese stole it right away. And he just sits there like, all right, let him come after me. All right, we're gonna figure this out later, and then he does like later on. But right there, he just like, I see what you did there, and I don't like it. Um, Hawk on the other hand, just like, oh shit, was that what that was? Like I didn't know. Oh well.
Yeah, his face yeah. When he
Like
says
I
that
saw,
about the Medal of Honor.
saw like Hawk is all like, I thought it was a trophy, badass. uh, After giving Johnny's students the lowdown about who their sensei really is and what he's teaching them, he tells them they can get better teaching at Miyagi-Do. Johnny steps up to Daniel, not wanting him to poach his student. Daniel asks what he's going to do about it, and they just stand there for a little while. And Daniel says he knows he's not going to strike first.
Nope. Daniel never
Nope.
strikes first.
Johnny says he's going to be the bigger man and backs off. Daniel says, "We'll see about that," and walks out, and half the class leaves, led by Chris. And another noticeable person that leaves is the ginger twins, Little Red, which leaves Big Red in the background, distraught that his little brother left. Oh yeah, we weren't supposed to know that until later, but whatever, they're brothers. They're brothers. It's like, how you gonna call them Little Red, Big Red, and like, oh shit, you guys look similar to each other. No way. And then later on, oh, we're brothers. Like, what? We knew that. But the fact that you can just see the like how Big Red is all like sad that he said his brother left, but it doesn't like focus. It does like you see it, but it's like a little thing right there. It's like I love the little thing that they do right there. Like Big Red is pissed off or upset that his little brother left. It's like man, but you see, the camera's more focused on Johnny, who was just standing there. That all his students left.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny turns to look at Kreese, who waits to see what Johnny would do next, but he just stands there as the episode ends. With the ranks of Cobra Kai thinned, it seemed like Miyagi-Do finally has the upper hand.
Why is it
Badass moment.
so
Yes, go.
Mr. Miyagi's dojo always gets wrecked, like, or his things. Like it happened in Karate Kid 3 too. Remember they
What?
came in and they like the bullies came in and completely destroyed his bonsai shop. Remember that?
Every time.
Like, and now they're destroying Daniel's. Well, yeah, actually, they're destroying Mr. Miyagi's, but now Daniel's dojo. So, like, why is it always him? Why?
Who put him up to that?
Who do you think? Yeah, but though in Karate Kid 3, it would fall back on Kreese too, wouldn't it?
Terry Silver also. Both of them.
Yeah,
Terry Silver.
He's even worse.
Like Terry Silver put the hit out. He needed recon, so Mike Barnes and then what's his face Kreese is there, and Kreese is telling him, "Oh yeah, he has this and this and this and this and this. Or Mike Barnes goes and like find out what he has, and then Terry Silver, who was in there for like a little while because like he helped with the whole Mike Barnes breaking in situation. And then he looked around, and then like figures like, all right, here's what I want you to do. Over here he has this, over here he has that, over here all this stuff. He has a Medal of Honor, and Kreese fucking probably thought like he doesn't deserve that. He didn't win it here, you know, whatever. So years later, Kreese is all like remembering the wars, and then he's all like remembering the war in the Cobra Kai War or the Karate Kid War, like 1 and 3. So he's telling his student, like, I want you to go do this. Like, just take care of it. Just, do whatever and bring me that Medal of Honor, which he did. So he knows that will get under Daniel's skin. And now that he knows that Miyagi's dead, it's like, oh, definitely will get under his skin. Everything that you do right now will get under his skin.
I
Just break
want to
the place
know.
down.
What I want to know is how the hell Kreese has this mind control over these, like Johnny and now Hawk. Like, how does he have mind control over these kids? Well,
His
Johnny's not a kid
face,
anymore, but these people.
his face too is not like, do it.
Oh yeah, like you said, he doesn't even have to say anything. His face says it all.
And then Hawk is all like, he's badass. I want to be just like him when I grow up. Yeah, and then he does, and then he's all like, no, he's my sensei. He like whatever he says is gospel. So yeah,
I don't like Kreese.
like no, you don't. Badass moment. Food court fight, right?
Of course.
Of course.
Yes, the food court is the best. That is a badass moment. Is that your badass moment too?
Yeah.
Hmm.
The badass moment is the food court fight. The camera angles on this so badass. the the mohawk, just the mohawk floating in the air. Not in the air, but
Mohawk
just
floating there.
floating onto the scene, just like, oh, Jaws moment. Yeah, that was badass. Well, the other long shots, like it was a little work in there, like of the long shots, like okay, I get what you're trying to do. Show, follow Hawk along on his like serious, um, let off some steam moment. He just got beat up. He just by his nerd friend. He just got dumped by Moon. Let him take out all his frustration on that back, but follow him along, and you just like feel the tension as you're following him along. And then he gets to the punching bag and he starts kicking and fighting and punching and punching. And then we see Kreese in the background. And you're just like, oh shit, here we go. Like, if I haven't said it enough about Star Wars references here, like the Sith Lord is in the background trying to like seduce young Hawk. Like, come to, yes, use that anger. Come here, use it, and I will teach you more things. And he does, and he does. Like he stays in with Kreese's word as gospel. Too much? Am I reaching? Like, what do you think? Like that's what I got from this moment. Okay, I'm just like, oh shit.
Yeah, maybe you're reaching a little bit, but no.
Oh,
No. Of course, I was waiting for you to reference Star Wars because you do that every time. So
right. A reference to Star Wars on Cobra Kai doesn't hurt at all.
it wouldn't be a Cobra Kai podcast without a Star Wars reference by you.
Thank you, appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what do you think of the episode?
It's probably one of my favorite episodes of the season.
Favorite episode of the season. That's what I was gonna say too.
Yeah,
Like one of the favorite episodes of the season.
definitely up there, top. Yeah, for sure.
Because we didn't, of course, we didn't like season episode 1 and 2. Like,
Uh-uh.
too slow. 3 and 4, it's like okay. 5. Oh, here we go. Let's
Yep,
go.
yep,
we're,
exactly.
we're fighting. We're doing stuff. We're doing camera angles now. They got a budget. Oh, I love this show. We love this show.
We love the show.
Really love this show.
Hi everyone, I'm Lisa.
And I'm Dawn.
And if you've ever watched a TV show and thought to yourself, oh my god, that season finale plot twist was absolutely bonkers.
Or seen a movie and thought, wow, I need to talk to somebody about this train wreck immediately.
Then we think you'll fit right in with our podcast, I Hate It, Let's Watch It. We watch TV shows like Riverdale and Emily in Paris.
And movies like Deep Water, Killer Sofa, Rubber, and Deadly Illusions. And we give them the total rinsing they deserve.
It's basically group therapy for movie masochists. So come check us out wherever you stream podcasts.
Hi, everyone. This is JJ, the co-founder of Good Pods. If you haven't heard of it yet, Good Pods is like Goodreads or Instagram, but for podcasts. It's new, it's social, it's different, and it's growing really fast. There are more than 2 million podcasts, and we know that it is impossible to figure out what to listen to. On Good Pods, you follow your friends and podcasters to see what they like. That is the #1 way to discover new shows and episodes. You can find Good Pods on the web or download the app. Happy listening.
Welcome back again to my third place pod here on my third place network. We are still breaking down season 2 of Cobra Kai on Netflix. Up next, we have episode 6 of season 2 titled Take a Right. The episode title is taken from a scene in The Karate Kid when the Cobra Kai gang rode their bikes at the beach and Tommy told Johnny to look over the right side where Allie and Daniel were at a campfire. Ooh, this is where it all starts. This is all where all the drama starts. Written by the creators of the show. Yep. Written by the creators of the show, directed by Josh Field. Again, synopsis: Daniel's students are given a lesson in overcoming their grudges. Johnny briefly leaves the dojo while Kreese exerts an influence. Meanwhile, Johnny spends some time with his friends from 1984, including a dying Tommy. Cold open of Japanese folklore music. It is 1985 again, and the fence is being hammered and painted. The floor is being sanded, and the house is being painted as well. What looks like Mr. Miyagi looking out at his backyard transitions into Daniel looking out into his backyard after the events of the previous episode, and the dojo a total disaster. Daniel starts cleaning up, and the red Cobra Kai letters appear right in front of him. Time to clean up. The remaining Cobra Kai students, meanwhile, are forced to do constant exercises in the hopes that they will give up the identity of the vandal. Hawk wants to admit his guilt to Johnny, but Kreese keeps him quiet, later insisting that they are all responsible. They are all Cobra Kai. Johnny, unfortunately, does not have time to stick around for the investigation. He received a call from an old buddy letting him know that one of their friends is terminally ill. Johnny says he has to go take care of something and give Kreese full responsibility of the dojo, but to find out who stole and vandalized the dojo. Kreese says he will take care of it, and that's what you don't do. You don't give Kreese full responsibility of something, because he will make it his own. And I know you hated that one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, like,
I
oh
sure
no,
did.
don't give him the full responsibility. Don't give him the keys to the kingdom, to his old stuff. Like, yeah. At the Miyagi, though, Daniel's students are helping rebuild the dojo with Dimitri, Robbie, and Sam trying to lift up a stone, but wondering how they knock it down in the first place. Daniel says it's a lot easier to knock something down than to lift it up, which goes back to real life. It's a lot easier to knock someone down than to lift them up, which is true.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not worried. He knows they'll figure it out. In walks the new hires from the Cobra Kai dojo, which causes friction. Dimitri is especially annoyed at the idea of letting the kids who jumped him train there. He resorts to another Game of Thrones analogy. It's like letting the wildlings beyond the wall, and is once again thwarted by Daniel's superior knowledge of Westeros. Daniel asks, didn't the wildlings help Jon Snow win the Battle of the Bastards? Dimitri mutters to himself that he should have picked a different analogy. Daniel says he's happy to have them, shakes hands with all of them, including Chris, as well as Little Red, played by Shane Donovan Lewis. All right, we're learning people's names here. We don't know his full name, we just know Little Red. Like, instead of calling him, a twin, now we're calling him Little Red. We're fine with that. I love that Daniel is just like, I'm a geek too. Like, see, this is how him and what's his face, Dimitri will get along. Like, he's a geek also. He understands him. Like, I know why you're getting beat up. I understand. I was there also. Next scene, we get to the San Bernardino Hospice Center where Johnny has just arrived and is met by his old friend Bobby Brown, played by Ron Thomas, who since Karate Kid 1 and 2 has been in other movies such as The Big Bet in 1987. The music video for Sweep the Leg by No More Kings back when we discussed this in episode 1. And a skit alongside Martin Kobe where he felt he should have been the real Karate Kid on Tosh.0 in 2011 because he actually knows karate and is a sensei in real life. He opened up the United Warriors Academy in Northridge, California, teaching the martial art of jiu-jitsu in 1992 and won the World Jiu-Jitsu Championship in 1994. So this man's legit. He's the real Karate Kid. And like the whole skit in Tosh.0 was like, I should have been casted as the main person. I should have been Johnny, not him. I'm the real Karate Kid. Like, I gotta go back and watch it again because it's funny as hell. And Martin Kobe's in it, of course. Like, both of them are like bald, and he's all like, "Hey, what's up?" They hug it out, respectfully make fun of each other. Bobby calling Johnny old and wrinkly, and Johnny telling Bobby with all that praying he could have had a good set of hair. Bobby, who is now a priest, says that God doesn't work that way, but he has been doing a lot of praying because of Tommy. He tells him he'll be happy to see him and shows him what room number he's in. Johnny walks over to room 112 and he sees Tommy, played by Rob Garrison, who after Karate Kid co-starred in the movie that Johnny always feels inspired by,
Iron Eagle.
Yes, and here we are. We go back to Iron Eagle. So now, does he watch this movie because, oh hey, that guy reminds me so much of my best friend Tommy? Or does he watch this movie because not only is it inspiring,
I think it's both.
it's both. He gets inspired, and then his best friend, it's like, hey, that guy reminds me of my friend Tommy when he was, oh shit, we're the same person.
But would you? I never would have I was shocked that Bobby is a priest for one.
For one, and then like in
For
real
two,
life,
why is he bald? What?
I don't know.
Like they're all of them are. I'm like, what's going on? What's happening?
Except for Johnny, who's just like,
Johnny's still, yeah, Johnny's still good looking.
they do a flashback sequence of Tommy and Johnny in their motorcycles arriving at the beach, and it's where Tommy's the first one to notice Allie having fun and saying to the right. So Johnny laughs and tells Tommy that it's worse than he thought because he's watching soccer. Tommy tells him he didn't have to come all the way out to see him. Bobby shows up by the doorway and they reminisce about the All Valley tournament back in '84, revealing that Johnny beat Tommy in the finals to win that championship. In walks Jimmy, played by Tony O'Dell, who's been in countless of things, including 114 episodes of Head of the Class as Alan Pinkard. He is now known as an acting coach and worked for production staff on 2 Disney shows, 55 episodes of KC Undercover, and 22 episodes of Girl Meets World. He hugs it out with everyone. The only one missing is Dutch, played by Chad McQueen, who was offered the role to come back, but he turned it down, and is also the only one absent from the music video. They explain his absence from the show as being in prison, and then we hear about season 6 and Chad McQueen coming back for the last season. He played Dutch one last time, so he could probably come back out of prison. Who knows?
That would be awesome if he did.
Oh, who was in prison? Oh,
no,
damn,
it would be awesome if he comes back.
Yeah, he is coming back. They already did the whole. He's here. So like, Oh, you mean on Cobra, like at the
Cobra
dojo
Kai.
or with
Well, I mean, coming
Johnny?
back to Cobra Kai. Wait, that's not confirmed that he's coming back to Cobra Kai.
He is. It's confirmed.
He, I did not know that.
I said it 2 weeks ago.
No, you did not. We talked about
It's
this 2 weeks ago because
it
I
was on,
talked about how he is Steve McQueen's son.
and I said Chad McQueen's coming back for season 6.
I did not hear you say that.
Did I not say that?
I don't think you did.
I did forget to mention that Chad McQueen's coming back for season 6 of Cobra Kai. Oh my god!
I'm pretty sure I would have remembered that because I don't like he's like one of my I don't like him like characters. I mean, and yeah, Cobra Kai. I never liked him. He was like he's evil in Cobra Kai. So it's going to be interesting to see him come back. Maybe you did mention it then, because I said it would be interesting. Okay, never mind.
Okay, we'll have to see. Like
I don't know. Now I'm going to have to go back and listen to our podcast episodes again so I can see who's right and who's wrong.
it never ends. A nurse interrupts the reunion to assist them. Johnny, Bobby, and Jimmy walk over to the door and they let in Johnny on the plan on taking Tommy out of the hospital for 24 hours. Bobby suggests they go on a road trip to give him a wild night to remember and not wanting to let Tommy rot in the hospital. They hear the machine beep into a flat line and run over to his bedside, but Tommy has taken all the stuff off of him to get out of the hospital. And here we go. Time to ride off into the sunset. Next scene, we go back to the Cobra Kai dojo where even though Kreese knows who did it, he is still making the students work their asses off with the battle ropes. And the exception of Hawk, who's lifting weights. Like, so noticeable that he's the only one not working. Like, everyone's in trouble except for Hawk, who's just like, lift the weights. Stingray wants to puke, but Aisha tells him not here. Tori thinks it might have been shit breath pointing over at Mitch, but then they start getting infuriated with each other. Kreese stops them and tells them that it was Hawk who did it, as well as Miguel, as well as Aisha. Kreese goes down the line of students. Tori, Chubb, referring to Stingray, and Red, referring to Big Red, played by Christopher Ryan Lewis. He just has to call him Red. He doesn't have to say Big anymore. He just little guy is gone. Let's just refer to him as Red. Guy with the red hair. He doesn't have a name. They both don't have a name. Like, I don't think they have a name until season 5. It's just like, oh, we're brothers. Obviously, we knew that, but still. So, Red, Big Red here, and then Little Red over in Miyagi-Do.
So we're just calling them Little Red and Big Red?
Yeah. They don't say their names. Not once on the show. We just refer to them as Big Red and Little Red. Kreese continues by saying, when one of you make a move, you all make a move. You live and you die with the consequences and the spoils. You are all Cobra Kai. Everyone feels bad, which takes the heat off of Hawk, who looks around and doesn't feel bad anymore. It's like, I got away with it. I'm like, dude, it's like, yeah, y'all are in trouble, except for me. Kreese tells them to meet him in the main dojo in 5 minutes where they are about to begin the real training. Did he just gaslight them? Just like, you did it. You did it. You did it.
He did.
And this Hawk is just sitting there like, yeah, that's true. What a great friend you are. God, doesn't even admit to anything. And even when the Kreese is all like, Hawk did it, he's all like, no, I didn't. How dare you point the finger at me, sir? Like, oh, you're pointing at everybody. All right, cool, yeah. I'm Spartacus.
I know. When he first pointed at Hawk, I was like, no way. And then, yeah, he pointed at everybody.
At Miyagi-Do, Dimitri confronts former Cobra Kai Chris, and a fight nearly breaks out. Daniel tries to establish peace by getting them to work together and picking the stone back up. While Kreese is busy running Cobra Kai and insisting that the students are about to begin their real training, Johnny, Tommy, Bobby, and Jimmy head out on one last road trip while we get a montage with the song The Ride by the Matches playing, and also a callback to when the original Cobra Kai students appear in their motorcycles at the beach in the movie.
I love that part, actually.
Best. Yes. Favorite part right here. Like all of them just riding off.
Yep.
They stop at a bar where they remember the night they got drunk and Dutch smashed a dartboard and ended in juvie. Johnny also sadly remembers the aftermath caused him to forget Allie's birthday, which resulted in her dumping him. Everyone goes quiet. As if they're remembering the aftermath of that as well and resulting in some type of PSD. Like, yeah. Yeah, she dumped you. Yeah. And
Okay,
then
but
we had to deal with 1985.
I want to know, where did they get these bikes? Because didn't
They
Johnny's
have
bike? But Johnny's bike was wasn't it on when? Wait, no, he didn't even have a bike.
Johnny's bike is from Louis. Louis left that bike for him. It's like,
That's
no,
what I
that's
was
my
gonna
bike
say.
now.
Is that when he stole his bike? Oh, all of a sudden they just all of a sudden have these bikes. Like what?
I don't know, dude. Does
Where did they
Enterprise
come from?
do Enterprise rent bikes?
I maybe.
Can you rent a bike from Enterprise? I don't know. Like, I get what you're saying, but it's just like, are we
But
gonna like
really, they did
try to
appear.
figure this out?
Yes, I want to know
they
how
just
they all
appear,
4 of them have bikes.
including Tommy, who's like
Who's
dying and shit.
right, and he's just riding a bike just fine. Like
I have the motivation and the strength to ride a bike right now. Yeah.
yeah,
Dude, it's all like
this is that bad. This is that bad writing we were talking about. I think.
Not by Josh Field. What? Wait, who wrote this?
Was it?
Creators. Schwartzberg, whatever their names are. I'm just kidding, of course. I'm looking. Hold on. Josh Field, one of them. Hayden Schlossberg and John Hurwitz. But yeah, like we get it.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, fine. Like they just like
I
bikes
don't know.
magically appear from thin air. Like it.
I know. I don't get it though. Like if I was sick in a hospital and dying, I definitely would not be able to or want to ride a bike. There's like no way. Like why? Like how? That's just not good writing. Doesn't make sense.
We love
Okay,
the
go on.
show.
We
love
do.
The show. We do love the show. We just don't understand the writing. We just don't understand how bikes shoot up from just.
And they disappear.
And, like, oh, do you guys have driver's licenses? Let me see your ID. Tommy, like, I'm dying.
Oh, so they're gonna let him get away with it because he's dying. Okay.
His last wish.
He wants to ride. Yeah, that's horrible. That's coming up in the scene in the bar.
Coming up. Oh my god. Oh, that's horrible.
That is horrible.
But they all got quiet during the whole Allie's birthday thing, and like they knew, like, yeah, I remember Allie's birthday. We all forgot about her birthday, which ended up causing a chain reaction from there. Like, see, if Johnny didn't forget Allie's birthday, he wouldn't have been dumped. He would have still been with her. Even at the beach, he would have still been with her. They would have been together. He would have been happily ever after. He would have won the championship at the All Valley again. Yeah, pretty much. But because he forgot her birthday, she dumped him. He had to like, oh my god, let's go right off, guys. All right, cool. Let's go to the beach. Okay, cool. Tommy's all like, hey, to the right. Oh shit, that's my girl. What's with that loser over there? So they knew. They're like, oh yeah, we remember that. And then Crete, and then all this stuff happened. Yeah, we remember. We were in the movie. Remember?
We were in the movie.
I mean, even the freaking music video is canon. They're just like, hey, like they're just sitting around watching the Karate Kid movie over and over again. I was like, that's not an illegal kick. Like what?
Oh my.
Tommy being supported in the front tells Johnny it was her loss. It was her loss. Good job, Tommy. Tell him how it's like. Her loss. She ended up dating a Asshole. Anyway, they asked Johnny what he's doing recently, and he tells them that he opened up a dojo in Reseda and calling it Cobra Kai. They all have another look of disbelief. They stay quiet. Like, why would you do that? Like, don't you remember what it's done to us? Like, don't you remember, Johnny? Johnny doesn't tell them Kreese is back, but they know the way he said that the dojo is not the only thing that's back. And as soon as he says it, everybody's like, so is he, huh? Figured. Everybody doesn't look, they all moved away except for Johnny. Do you notice that?
No.
Like, I don't know what Tommy is. Of course, the biggest loser is Dutch. Bobby's a priest, and Jimmy's all like, married with daughters, yay! And Johnny's the only one that's like, I was this, I was this, and it's like, fuck. I opened up a dojo, and they're like, oh, sir, why would you do that?
So they didn't just all like move away. They all like did
Lost
something with their
touch.
lives.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
I
all
was
lost
just gonna
touch
say
with each other.
yeah. They just I feel like they all were doing something meaningful besides Johnny until he opened Cobra Kai back up. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Back at the
Except
Cobra
for
Kai
Dutch.
dojo, except for Dutch. Yeah,
But we don't
this
like
guy.
him, so okay.
Yeah. Back at the Cobra Kai dojo, Mitch and Tori are sparring, and Tori gets to the point which knocks Mitch down. Kreese asks Tori to hit him again. A fight isn't over until the enemy is down, and you show your enemy no mercy. Again, sinking like a war veteran. Tori hesitant, and Miguel is showing signs of concern, but Tori understands the assignment, and before Tori can knee Mitch in the face, Miguel tells Kreese this isn't what the Sensei Loris has been teaching them. Once again, Martin Coe's face. Like, excuse me. Miguel tells him there is no honor in being merciless. Tori scored a point. It's over. Let it go. Back to Kreese, who stares Miguel and puts him higher on the hit list in his head. Possibly tied with Daniel now. Like, okay. I see where you're going. Kreese slowly walks up to Miguel, telling the class that Sensei Lawrence is right, of course. But in a tournament, the fighting stops when you land a point. But in the real world, it's not about scoring points. It's about being a winner or a loser. And there are no losers in this dojo. As stated to Hawk, like, oh, you think you lost? Go finish the job. And that's where Hawk's all like, oh, motivation. Yes, you're inspiring me, sir. More.
Mm.
And Martin Cove's face, of course. Again. Like, zoom in on that face from now on. Every time it's like, oh, shit. He's about to tell us something. At Miyagi-Do Dojo, Daniel asked, what is the purpose of karate? My God. Kid in the glasses. We all know who he is. We just don't know his name. He's the same size as Bert. The same, yeah, the two little guys, Bert and this kid. I don't even know this kid's name. Doesn't even show us.
The two little guys.
Yeah, we know Big Red and Little Red, but they can't say Kid in Glasses' name. He says, "Strike first, strike hard, no mercy, sir." Almost as if he's like a soldier, ready to just like, sir, really? Daniel tells them they all have been brainwashed by Cobra Kai, so he asks them to clear their minds and think what is the ultimate lesson they learned from karate. They all stare at each other, and he once again answers back, "Don't be a pussy." Like, all right, kid, you're fired. Get the hell out of my house. Get the hell out of my dojo. Outside, Robbie's helping Sam, but can't believe Daniel let the former Cobra Kai students into the dojo. Sam knows that her dad wants to help them change. Robbie tells her they won't change. You can't change the way you feel. I want to go back to this in later seasons because you can't change the way you feel. Yeah, okay. Over by the stone, Chris is still trying to pick it up, but Dimitri stands there telling him that the brute strength won't help, but a fulcrum will, which is a pivot point that decreases the amount of output force required to lift an object. He tries to put a board underneath the stone and lift, but the board breaks. Chris says more like full of crap. Dimitri thinks that Chris and his quiver don't really want to join Miyagi-Do, but it's really just a scheme. Chris pushes Dimitri and he falls. Sam and Robbie go and help. Daniel comes out wondering what is going on. Robbie tells Daniel once a Cobra Kai, always a Cobra Kai, which is what Daniel told Robbie before. Oh, now that Robbie's all like, see, Hawk is learning from Kreese. Robbie's learned from Daniel in season 1, and now he's like, but you told me once a Cobra Kai, always a Cobra Kai. And now he's all like, well, we want new people here, so like, we can change that. We can change them. You can't change anybody unless
they want to change.
Yeah, unless they want to change. And it's, for Daniel, it's like he has it in his head. He has it in his head that you can't change anybody. He told Robbie this last season, and now Robbie's going to what he told them last season. Like, you're right. You can't change anybody. Once a Cobra Kai, was a Cobra Kai. And Daniel's all like, damn, what the hell, dude? Now you're learning from me? Now you want to learn? Daniel tells Robbie that's not true, and he knows it's not true because he used to be a Cobra Kai. Big shocking reveal moment right here. Everybody's all like, oh! What did you just say? New fans of Cobra Kai are probably like, he used to be a Cobra Kai? What? And probably the same people that skipped Karate Kid 3 because,
Right? That's what I was just going to say. So the people the ones that only watched like Karate Kid or maybe Karate Kid 1 and 2 but never saw the third one, they're probably going to really regret not seeing the third one now.
Wait a minute. You brought back the moment when he was in Cobra Kai and we didn't know? No, you did know. It was in Karate Kid 3, but, you guys didn't watch it because it was boring.
Because it's Karate Kid 3.
People don't like trilogies. Well, at the time, but yeah. So here's the reason. Next scene at the bar, Johnny tells the other 84 Cobras about resurrecting Cobra Kai and how he gave Kreese a chance at redemption. This prompts Johnny's old buddies, especially Bobby and Jimmy, who vocally expressed their indigenous? Yeah. Who vocally expressed their indigenous towards Cobra Kai, owing up to their own experience with it, think he's naive letting Kreese back into his life, and they don't believe that everyone is capable of change. So on one hand, you have Daniel thinking that people can change. On the other hand, you have the old people, the 84 people thinking, nah, not this guy. He can't change. Like, nobody is capable of change, especially Kreese. He's not.
I want to say I think anybody is capable of change except for Kreese.
Except for Kreese. Kreese is still back in his old war days. Do we get that in season 3? And you know what I'm talking about, right? Or is that like later on? Okay.
I can't wait for that. I know. I think it's season 3 or 4.
Okay. Around there. Well, this is similar to Johnny's arguments over the matter, but with his actual friends. However, from Johnny's side, as his friends had loving families, Kreese was the closest thing Johnny had to a father. But the most prescient conversation about time for all the mistakes Johnny has made, still has the time to atone for them. Some other people who aren't so lucky, like old Kreese. Johnny and his old friends then head to the pool table to play, but trouble soon arises when they witness a troublemaker wreaking havoc, including making unwanted sexual advances towards the unnamed woman. They're about to play pool and maybe intervene when the troublemaker notices them and sees Tommy and insults the latter for his ill condition, calling Tommy an ugly Make-A-Wish kid, you asshole. What the
Oh,
hell?
that pissed me off.
Oh, man.
That pissed Johnny off too, though.
Yeah, like, did you just... Okay. Come here, let me see your ear. I just want to talk to your ear. I just want to, like, whisper into your ear or something. After that, the troublemakers attempt to attack, but Johnny grabs the ladder's arm, possibly snapping it. I might have heard a crack. I don't know. And snatches his large ear gauge from his stretched earlobe, which causes the earlobe to bleed as Johnny detached the earlobe while removing his earring. And this is before kicking him to the ground. And this is why I hate those fucking stretched earlobes, because, like, I've worked with people and they, like, took this thing out and I'd just be like, I don't want to look at it. Because they're cleaning it. I'm just like, oh. Like, no, nothing against them. I just don't like looking at it. Like, same
I,
with anything touching the eyeball, the people. Like, Reanimator couldn't watch it. Clockwork Orange can't watch it because of those scenes. Hostel can't watch it because of eyes. Yeah, I have a thing with eyes. I can't do that. Now you guys know what I hate. um, the Troublemakers goons then attack Johnny and his friends, only to be fended off by once 84 karate champs who used the karate they learned 34 years ago. Tommy fighting back too.
yeah.
Like, he's dying, but hey, let me fight one more time, right?
He can drive a motorcycle, drink beer, and play pool. Why can't he fight?
Jeez Louise. Oh my god. At Miyagi, though, Daniel's telling the class about his time in 1985, stating that he had once been in Cobra Kai and told the story of Miyagi not wanting to train Daniel for trophies. So he joined Cobra Kai, trained just like the mantra with Terry Silver, and it turned him into an angry and violent kid. It changed him. Sam tells him he never told her about this. He was about to, he told you like the little part of the story, and then something after that, and then something after that in season one. But like, we were gonna wait until this moment to tell you. Like, okay, Sam. Like, he was getting up to that point. Wait until you find out about Okinawa and that girl, and yeah. Be patient, Sam. Be patient. You'll get to know. Daniel tells her it's not something he's proud of. The point he is trying to make here is that anyone can be seduced by Cobra Kai, even him. Star Wars reference right here. Like, as soon as he says anyone can be seduced by the dark side, I'm like, oh, of course. Of course.
And there it is.
There it is. Anyone can be seduced by the dark side. Cobra Kai is the dark side. Even him. Daniel's a geek. If he knows Game of Thrones, he knows Star Wars references, of course, as well. Even the creators. I want to check out the creators too. I'm like, hey, did you guys were thinking of Star Wars references here and there when you were doing this? Of course, because later on in the seasons they do. They say it. But even here, even the whole upside down thing, handstand derived from Luke and all that. So yeah, I feel like they did. But I'm gonna do a deep dive on the creators, see what happened. Yes, he does admit Cobra Kai can make them feel stronger and tougher, but it will also get them in trouble, and that's what happened to him. But he's lucky Mr. Miyagi was willing to take him back. He finishes by saying it doesn't matter who they were before joining the dojo, but right now, today, they are all Miyagi-Do.
Yeah, I agree.
Back to Cobra Kai, Miguel is training his roundhouse kick on the moving punching bag. Tori comes in to get a training session with Miguel, who asks her if everything Kreese is teaching them feels wrong. Tori tells her story about her mom waitressing, and she would bring leftovers so that her kids could eat. But when her manager found out, he fired her without warning and said it was company policy. Tori states that the world shows no mercy, so why should they? Miguel lifts the blocking pads, and Tori once again goes back to trading her kicks. So, I mentioned a couple of episodes back about Reddit theorizing who Tori's parents were.
Mm-hmm.
The whole martial arts thing, she knows karate because of that. And now her mom being mentioned here. No mention of her dad, just her mom. They actually thought it was Julie from Next Karate Kid.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I'm just like, no, it can't be Julie. Julie's not gonna like do this and then be like, what's Cobra Kai? Why don't you just join this Miyagi-Do karate? He taught me and all this. Like, why would you do that? There's no way these. And I'm just like reading these theories, like, really? Wow. Okay. So no Julie, but definitely thought that it was somebody else from the Karate Kid universe. At Miyagi-Do, Chris and Dimitri work as a team to get the stone up with sticks on each side using fulcrum. They get it up, and Daniel's proud of them and tells them if they work together as a team, anything is possible. Chris and Dimitri do that awkward thing where Chris does a fist bump and Dimitri does it the high five, and it doesn't work. It's like, what are you guys doing? After the fight at the bar, Johnny and the rest
poor Dimitri.
Poor Dimitri.
He
After
needs
the
an
fight
ice
at the
cream
bar,
cone.
oh man, I need an ice cream cone after this video episode. And we're almost there. Jeez
Or
Louise.
s'more. A Reese's peanut butter cup s'more. Okay, go ahead.
After the fight at the bar, Johnny and the rest of the 85 Cobra Kai go camping on a mountain where they talk about high school and make confessions. Tommy tells Johnny he was in love with Allie, but someone struck first, and it's the reason he joined Cobra Kai. Johnny says he never got over her. He dated plenty of babes, but he really didn't let his guard down for any girl. Tommy tells him he still has time to meet someone new, change his life, and do what he wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny tells him that right now he doesn't want his students to make the same mistake he made. Tommy says that he can do it because he's the champ. Johnny grabs Tommy by his shoulder. Okay. The next morning in Miyagi-Do, Daniel and students do the meditation kata. While at the Cobra Kai dojo, Miguel walks into the office and apologizes to Kreese for disrespecting. Kreese tells Miguel he honors his allegiance to Lawrence, but he's afraid that Johnny's a little mixed up and they will put him back on track. Miguel says yes, he will, and goes back to fall in line with the other students. Martin Coe's facial expression is a different actor. Like, it goes back to like worried about his student to like, I got you where I want you, kid. Yeah. Here we go. The next morning, Johnny and the boys wake up to find out Tommy died in his sleep, saddening them. The Show Must Go On by Queen is playing in the background while Kreese talking to the students at the same time. Cobra Kai is not a hobby. It's not a club. Cobra Kai is your brother and your sister. Brothers and your sisters. We see the ambulance show up in the forest, and one of the MT's chicks pulls and calls it, letting them know the bad news. Kreese continues, you're all Cobra Kai for life, because Cobra Kai never dies. The episode ends with Tommy being put in a body bag.
The irony.
Yeah. Okay, before we go on. For the at work watching this. Oh shit. Put him in the body bag. Of course, like I always talk about it with my coworkers. Like, yeah, man, remember that one guy in the Karate Kid when he's like, get him a body bag? Like, yeah, I do. Yeah, this episode, like, he dies at the very end, and he gets put in a body bag. Get him a body bag! Um. So yeah,
That's
and
terrible.
then I know,
It's
but
awful. It's
we
terrible.
not. Uh, here's the part. Okay. On January 25th, 2021, William Zach spoke to Kevin Polloway, a senior correspondent for Yahoo Entertainment, and cleared up misconception that's hung over the series since the premiere of season 2. It involved the death of actor Rob Garrison, who reprised his role on Johnny's old Cobra Kai pals, Tommy Sheridan, owner of the original film's most famous exclamation, "Get him a body bag, yeah!" In the sixth episode, Take a Right, after a motorcycle camping rendezvous with Johnny, Bobby, and Jimmy, the terminally ill Tommy is found dead, and last seen being zipped up in a body bag, one of the show's countless callbacks to its origins. When Garrison himself died only months after the premiere of season 2, I watched it before that. I said that. Months later, it happened, and I'm like, oh shit, I feel bad. Like, I felt so bad. Like, oh no, that sucks. Why? I can't say these words anymore. But in his honor, I did say it. Like, get him a body bag. No. Um. So fans speculated that he must have also been sick in real life, and Cobra Kai was using the episode as a send-off to both the character and the actor. Zabka, however, says that wasn't the case. He was not sick when we were filming that episode, Zabka says of Garrison. He was such a supporter the first season, he was just thrilled that he was invited to come back and play Tommy in the condition that Tommy was in, to put him in a body bag. I thought he might have had a hard time with that, but he did it with the whole heart, and he loved every second of that. He got
Mhm.
sick later. It was in a way some kind of serendipity, but he had a chance to put his last Tommy out there and lay Tommy down the way he would have wanted to as an artist. And he was beautiful in that, so it's a tribute to him. Garrison died on September 27, 2019, at the age of 59 after being treated for kidney and liver issues. Cobra Kai season 3 premiere episode is dedicated to him.
Mhm.
So there it is. And the reason, as a tribute to him, we say get him a body bag. But if you were to say get him a body bag after finding out that he passed away and not before this moment, then yeah, you're an asshole. All right, you ready for badass moment?
Uh, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Like, okay, like,
Sorry, I'm
all right,
just.
I
It's
know
sad. It's sad ending. It's all, yeah.
it is a sad ending, and like
And the fact that we lost him too. Like, I mean, it's just okay. Yeah. It's,
even the comments on IMDb on this episode alone, I cried. I watched it again and cried more. Well-written, heartbreaking episode. The show must go on
mhm.
by Queen made the last scene even more emotional.
Mhm. I did.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. What was your badass moment?
Hmm, it's got to be the scene where they're all four of them are on their motorcycles, and even though I made fun of it, but all of them on the motorcycles, and then they flash back to the original
The
Karate
original
Kid,
movie.
where they're all with the clips and they're driving, and yeah, I that's probably out of this episode, probably one of my favorite badass scenes for sure. That, and then I have to admit the also uh, the bar scene was a pretty badass scene too, especially with him being sick and fighting as well. So all of it was pretty. Got to give him credit for that.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Um. God. Um. The bar scene was the badass moment. The what else? Uh. Oh, of course. Crease. Cobra Kai is not a hobby. It's not a club. Cobra Kai is your brothers and your sisters. You are all Cobra Kai for life because Cobra Kai never dies. As he's saying that, they're putting Tommy in a body bag, and it's like a real like we understand it is happening, but Cobra Kai will never die. He will always live on. Like that's what I saw of like what he was trying to do there. Like Martin Cove couldn't be there with his student, but still, like he gets to say the last word while putting in Tommy in a body bag. What do you think of the episode?
It's an emotional episode. I like it. I liked it. It was good. It's a good episode. It's a good episode, but it was an emotional episode. So it was kind of a hard one, but it was obviously it was very necessary. Yeah, it was good. Not as good as episode 5, I don't think, in my opinion, but still good.
Yeah.
And I feel like after episode 5, though, I do really think that it seems so far that the episodes they get better. I feel like, they keep getting better. So, but yeah, 5 was better than 6 in my opinion.
Yeah, because of the action and the fighting and all that.
Yeah,
but
I mean that's the climax moment, I'll call it.
6 to me was a better story though. Like
I love that they bring them back. Yeah, and I love that they bring his friends back. So I do like that.
To me, at the end of the day, this episode was a send-off, a farewell to one of the most iconic characters as well as actors from the 80s. And now I gotta go watch Iron Eagle for that moment alone, just to see him in it and see why this movie speaks so much to Johnny Lawrence, besides his dad working on it as well. I'm gonna call this the A story, being that Johnny was out with them doing his thing with his brothers, and then the B story is finding out who stole the medal and all that. Like it felt like a side story. Like it really didn't need to happen in this episode, but it did. Like we needed something. We needed Kreese to do something, so here it is.
Yeah.
Johnny needed something to do, so he went with his brothers, and they all had like it could have been its own story, like its own episode with them just doing that. Just him just, hey, I gotta go do something somewhere else. I'll be right back. Mind the fort, okay? And that's how episode 7 would have started. And episode 6 would have been just him and his brothers bar fights, like going out into the woods, pissing all over the place, drinking beer, just telling old stories about Karate Kid 1, prior to Karate Kid, all that stuff, telling stories about Dutch, why he couldn't make it, why he's in prison. And it was like, I just felt like they rushed it to where like, all right, let's go play pool.
They did.
Like we're done telling stories.
They didn't even get to play pool.
And they didn't get to play pool, but it was like even Tommy's like, hey, why don't we just go play pool? Like he knows, like, all right, we're gonna get into fights here.
I agree that it definitely could have been in its own episode for sure. I agree with you.
So it felt to me like a story episode where, all right, Johnny is hanging out with his friends. We're telling a story here. Episode 5 was action packed and everything. Episode 6, I was like, all right, dial it down. Let's tell this story now. And then we're gonna see what episode 7 and 8 is, because I remember 7 or 8. I remember 10. I just don't remember 7, 8, or 9.
Same.
Like because 10 is like the most iconic.
Yes.
Scene. I know. It's like
I can't wait until we do that episode though. Like me too. Oh yeah.
Are we done? Are you ready to get out of here? Are you good? You okay? Everything okay over there?
I'm okay. Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm done crying. I'm
How
good.
you doing?
I'm
You, you
I don't
can't
know.
have an ice cream cone. Damn it.
I don't ever want to say get him a body bag anymore because of that. But still, it's like in honor of him, get him a body bag. All right. End this show. That is going to do it for this episode. We will be back next week. So join us for another scene by scene episode breakdown of still in season 2 of Cobra Kai on the Netflix. Are you still watching? Yes. Are you still currently watching? Does that still show up on your Netflix? It's like, are you still watching Cobra Kai? Like, did we lose you? It's like, no, I'm still. But and if you feel you want a little bit more, follow and support us on Instagram, the Threads, YouTube, M3P Network, on the Twitter. Follow and join the lives on TikTok at Evolution of a Geek by subscribing or joining us. Show up to the live streams and hang out with the rest of the M3P community. And I will shout you out at the end of every episode, like Menace Smiling, Little Linguini, Brandy. Thank you for joining the show.
Mhm.
Lorefield fam, Home Hope Saints, Saints After Sundown, Purple Moose Crafting, Leanna, Greg Levance, Mike Dove, Minnie Mommy, Forever Jane, Gina Blake, Dawn, Alexandria, Queen of Cats 90, JC, Squirrely Bree, Kimmy, oh hey, it's Danny, Feeling Free, Sandrews 9219, Tanya Rose 78, Georgia Elizabeth, Nerd and Texas Podcast, Mr. Misery, Sandra J, Celtic Panda, Randall, Got Patience.w3, Blue Diamond 6482, and Jessa. Thank you for supporting, listening to the podcast, joining the TikTok Live, and being a huge part of my third place community. So tell your friends, listen to us talk about Cobra Kai, watch Netflix with us, and join us next time for more behind-the-scenes stories, movies, and TV show reviews. I'm Evo, that's Brandy, and remember,
Strike first, strike hard.
no mercy.
Yes.